Hi, Mauricio. Can you give us some news about Mbappe? Will he be fit to start tomorrow? And have you made a decision as to the type of game you're going to play tomorrow? 4-4-2, 4-2-4, 4-4-2. What are you going to do tomorrow? Thank you.
Yes, I think we need to assess Kylian. Today is going to start with individual training sessions and see if he can be with the team on the end. I think it's still one day, and we see it today. Still, we didn't decide if it can be available or not to play tomorrow. And then the system that we are going to use, I think, it's going to be similar that we use from the beginning. That always trying to give to the player the trust and the confidence in playing the way that we play in the last few months.
Loïc Tanzi, RMC.
Good evening, Mauricio. People have been talking about possession, and Guardiola's game is all about possession. Do you think you're going to be able to deprive them of the ball tomorrow? Is that what you're going to try to do? Make sure they don't get so much possession?
I don't understand. It's difficult to understand the translation. I prefer to listen in French the question, because I don't know. I prefer in English and in French to listen directly.
Paraît-il qu'il y a des problèmes. Non, je répète.
Yes, please, in French, please.
C'est bon, c'est pas bon?
C'est bon, c'est bon.
Est-ce que demain, vous cherchez à avoir cette possession du ballon et à priver Manchester City du ballon sur le terrain?
Yes, that is going to be the intention and going to be the challenge. We know very well, and explained Marco before, Manchester City is a team that is playing that more than 6 years under the same philosophy with Pep, and of course it's a strong team built to play in this way. We are a team that we try to try to have some possession, but more balance in between transition and possession, because of the characteristics of the player. But of course tomorrow we need to be ready to suffer in some period of the game, like when we'll have our chances. We need to be clinic, and we need to be aggressive, and of course it's a game that 90 minutes to play, that you need to finish on the end, winning the game, scoring twice, because we need 2 goals if we want to have the possibility to go through to the final. That is the objective, and we are going to try.
C'est ça qu'on va essayer de faire. Merci.
Bonjour Mauricio.
Bonjour.
Pep Guardiola tout à l'heure disait qu'une demi-finale retour de Ligue des Champions était un match plus difficile à préparer qu'une finale de Ligue des Champions. Est-ce que vous êtes d'accord avec ça?
Of course, it's difficult, because if you not go through to the semi-final, you are not going to have the possibility to prepare the final. The final is only one game, and depend of different factors. And in the semi-final, you have 2 legs to play, and of course the emotional approach tomorrow night is going to be there, because it's a result that is in 1 week before that affect in the way that you approach the game. That is normal, depend of the result. Of course, tomorrow they are they have an advantage 2-1 for them, and of course we need to take the risk. We need to be brave. We need to be aggressive, and we need to plan the game. Knowing that Manchester City is a team that can manage a different way to play, being clever and believing, and try to show our quality on the pitch. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be difficult, but the most important that we are going to be ready.
Alexis Tang, AFP.
Bonsoir Mauricio.
Bonsoir.
Pour rebondir à la question précédente, avec Tottenham, vous aviez réussi une demi-finale renversante contre l'Ajax Amsterdam. Est-ce que cette expérience vous aide dans votre préparation et est-ce que vous avez évoqué ce match avec vos joueurs pour les motiver, pour leur dire que tout était possible?
No, I think that was 2 years ago when we played quarterfinals here and we got the semi-final with Tottenham. Nothing similar. I think the approach is going to be different. First, because are not fans. The atmosphere is going to be completely different. That change everything. Of course, the experience is important in football, but I think that reality is completely different. And then the second question was.
Vous avez parlé de ce match avec les joueurs.
No, the motivation is, and in this type of games, semi-final of Champions League, I think Houston will have a problem, no? If we need to motivate our player, or Manchester City need to motivate the player, or the coaches like Pep, or the coaching staff, or us, to motivate the player to play a semi-final tomorrow, we need to call, we need to have a call if that happens. I think the motivation is there. I think players love to play this type of game. No one want to be out or want to be involved. And I think that is a lot of topic in football that maybe is better to avoid.
Lola Hernandez.
Aquí. Hola, sí, Mauricio, ¿me escuchas?
Sí, te escucho.
Bueno, como hay problemas con la traducción, yo te voy a preguntar en español. Igual luego, si puedes contestar en español y luego, si acaso, traducimos en inglés. Te voy a hacer dos preguntas. Una, typical. ¿Is possible? Yes.
No, it's not possible. I answer. Voy a contestar en inglés. Contesto en inglés.
Lola's going to ask a question in Spanish, but then Mauricio's going to answer in English.
In the first 15 minutes and then keep the calm. Y la segunda pregunta es about any song to motivate the players in the locker room. ¿Hay alguna canción que les vayas a motivar o hay algo que hagas especial? Gracias, Mauricio.
La primera no la escuché. No escuchemos la primera pregunta, no la escuchamos.
Sí, es importante marcar en los primeros 15 minutos y luego mantener la calma. Si es la clave quizás mañana para el partido.
Sí, I think it's difficult to know the key of the game to play tomorrow because things happen in football and it's difficult to prepare everything. The games are the game. Football is a game that can surprise you, and of course, the most important is on the end to win, and to score twice, and try that Manchester City no score. And then, football can appear different moment that you need to manage there inside to the pitch, and that is about the habit that you create on the training session, the habit during the seasons, that the method, the philosophy, and in the way that the team live and is prepared to manage this emotional moment during the game. And then the second question, they used to have different music on the dressing room, and that is more up to them. They know some listen individual music with the phones, and that is more individual than collective. No, I'm not going to use any song special to motivate them tomorrow.
Paul Gilmore.
Hi, Maurizio.
Hi.
Bonjour,
Maurizio, how much have you studied games like maybe the Chelsea-Manchester City game in the FA Cup this season? Games that Manchester City have shown they can be got at, they can be beaten. Is that something you've kept a close eye on? And also, where would this rank for you if you get through this tie and into the final? Where would that rank in a moment in your career?
I think it's nothing to compare. I think when you play Champions League, it's different to the FA and to the Premier League, or for us to play the Ligue 1. I think it's impossible to compare. It's different approach. It's different mentality. Different, like you were talking before about motivation, about aims. I think challenge. I think it's impossible to compare. The team are different and have different way to play and approach the games, and the tactics are different, and the characteristics of the player are different. I think it's impossible to compare. We know very well how City want to play. We, after a few months, we try to apply some ideas and rules on the team to play. We are in a construction to build and be strong in the way that we wanted to play. That is only that you can get is about time, but it's not excuse. It's only that I think we were capable to beat Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and 2 games, and I think it's only about the belief. Of course, Manchester City is there because they deserve to be on the semi-final like us. And on the end, it's about it's a game. It's a football game that who is better is going to go through to the final. I think it's not to go too much deeper, because I think it's confused for everyone. And then for us, I think it's a massive challenge. It's amazing to be in the semi-final, involved in this competition that is with the World Cup, the most important competition. And for the club, I think it's for Paris Saint-Germain to be in the semi-final with the possibility to be in the final. I think it's amazing because it's what the club won to be involved in the semi-final. Of course, after it's about to win the Champions League. But first, you need to build and you need to believe and be there and be like the club in the last few years is challenged there. And for sure, one day it's going to arrive. I hope this season happen, and tomorrow we have a very good game and go through to the final, and then with a chance to win the Champions League this season. That is the challenge, and of course, is what we want, is what the player have in their mind, and all together trying to that happen.
Daniel Matthews.
Daniel.
Fitness. When will be the deadline for you to decide whether he can start the match or not? And how important do you think the psychological advantage for your players of having already reached the final, whereas Manchester City's players have been battling for so long to reach that first final? When it gets to the final few minutes, how crucial do you think that psychological battle could be?
With Kylian, we will see today, and we will take the decision tomorrow. We need to assess him today. And then I think it's difficult to describe what means psychological advantage. I think I don't understand. It's difficult to understand what means because I think it's football game that you need to be better than another team, and I think sometimes we give too much importance to words that is difficult to describe and to show what means that. The most important tomorrow is to be better. It's like a team to play better, like we play the first 45 minutes, and then we damage them. And then in the second half, okay, they were better. Of course, they had more possession than us. We had more possession in the first half. Yes, because we are going to play a team that is building in the last 10 years to play in this stage. That is the thing. We are going to play semi-finals, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, two big team, and depend of tomorrow. If we are better, we are going to be through. If we are not better, of course, we will not deserve to go, and because we are not going to be good enough. That is true. Is all. Is to be better than our opponent, but mental, psychological advantage. That is worse when you cannot describe and you cannot talk about football. And then that we use always the topic.
Jan Abrams.
Hi Mauricio, good to see you again. How are you?
How are you? Very good, thank you.
I'm very.
You okay?
Hope you and Jesus enjoy your trip back to England. two questions in one, really. One, is there more pressure on Pep tomorrow because he's never reached a Champions League final with City, and as you know from being here, everybody sort of demands that he wins the Champions League with City. And secondly, have you got the same feeling in your stomach now as you had a couple of years ago ahead of that famous night in Amsterdam when he led Spurs to the final?
No, I think it's not more pressure for one or another. I think when you arrive in this stage, it's about to be on the final. I saw Pep before in the press conference say I am more relaxed than ever. In my position, the same. I am so relaxed. I am enjoying because it's difficult to arrive on this stage. I think Paris Saint-Germain not too many times can say in 50 years to play semi-final like we are going to play tomorrow. That is why it's about to enjoy, it's about to be relaxed, prepare the game in the best way, and of course after to enjoy the game and try to be better. That is the only way that to be on have the possibility to be on the final. I have the same feeling. I am relaxed like 2 years ago, knowing that we are going to face a very good team, but we have good quality player too, and we are a very good team too, and for sure it's going to be a battle that we need to be better than them.